Greek mythology. Anything relating to Greece, its people, or the language. Mythology. A noun. A collection of myths belonging to a particular religion or culture, role, tradition. Therefore, Greek mythology is a collection of myths by the ancient Greeks. Folklore, if you will. Keep saying, since where I'm meant to be, I'll be there someday. I can go the distance, I'll be find my way. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. And I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. Well, that must have been a Herculean task. Apollo is great. He is the god of poetry. He drives the sun. Welcome to the fields of punishments. Here you will find we have all sorts. Floggings, hangings, reverse hangings, flaying, waterboarding, suffocation, and last, but certainly not least, scaphism. After 10 long years of fighting against Troy, I, Odysseus, one of the most victorious Greek leaders, best known for my cleverness, sailed for home. After many heroic adventures, tales for another time, we landed on an island. Unbeknownst to my men and I, was inhabited by the Cyclops, a putrid race of giants with only one eye, smack dab in the middle of their forehead. Anyway, enough about them. When we landed, we came across a cave, an enormous cave, where we ate and drank ourselves asleep. While we slept, a Cyclops returned to the cave with his flock of gigantic sheep. And then he rolled a huge rock in front of the entrance, trapping us in. And then he ate 2 of my men. But I knew it was best to wait before doing anything, as he was the only thing big enough to move the rock. The next morning, he ate 2 more of my men, and rolled the stone out of the way, let his flock out, and rolled the stone back in. Later that evening, when he returned, he had no idea what I had planned for him, as my men and I had spent the whole day sharpening the end of a huge piece of timber, and then we tucked it away, so that when he came back that evening and ate 2 more of my men, I offered him some wine. some very strong wine I had brought with me. Who knew Cyclopses were lightweights? Before he passed out, he thanked me and asked my name. Now, I knew it was best not to give my real name, so I had said, nobody. While he was passed out unconscious, my men and I took the huge piece of sharpened timber and heated it up in the fire. And then, with all of our strength, we thrusted the point into the Cyclops' eye. He woke up howling and screaming, but he was blinded. So then when all of the other Cyclops who lived on the island came running to see what was the matter, they all called, "Who did this to you?" And he bellowed back, "Nobody!" And they all went home laughing. It was great. Cleverness at its finest. Early the next morning, I tied each of my men to the bottom of a sheep, so that when the Cyclops rolled the stone out of the way to lead his sheep out in the morning, he patted the back of each sheep to make sure nobody was riding out, but nobody was there. We were just riding out underneath the sheep. And that is the fantastic tale of how I, Odysseus, fooled and blinded the great Cyclops, Polyphemus. Hey! Oh. Ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, ere the bat to black Hecate summons, what can I say? It's all Greek to me.